Hello there, this is another replay analysis. This time we've got Hutchy81 from Reddit. He's a PS4 player, so he couldn't upload a replay file, so we're watching a wee YouTube video of his game here. I believe this is Platinum 3, hoping to get into Diamond 1. Let's begin. I'll be trying to point out specific areas, but also just general things to work on in order to improve positioning, getting up into the diamond ranks and higher. So the very first play, the kickoff goal here, we're indecisive on kickoff. You're used to staying in goal. I think at the lower ranks, it's like one of the things that a lot of people do is they stay in goal and kickoff because they're not sure where the ball's going to go. Unfortunately, it means you're going to get caught out if the other team cheats up and it ends up being a dead ball and they can get a sort of free shot on net. What higher ranked players tend to do, usually because they can trust their teammate on kickoff a little bit better, but just in general, they'll either go for boost or they'll cheat up. Staying in goal is kind of like, the only benefit for staying in goal is just like if there happens to be a shot directly off the kickoff that you can save. So even here, like if you're staying in goal, you want to be trying to grab, you have time to grab maybe one more pad and then maybe reposition yourself slightly better to make a better save. And then you think, oh, okay, I'm going to cheat up now because you've seen the ball's gone dead. But unfortunately, the other teammate has also cheated up and they just get a shot. Now here you have an opportunity, if you were just better at saving, to be able to save that ball. So maybe I'll link off to you a great training pack I made for retreating saves here. But ultimately, I mean, so you could have saved this, but it was just you ended up not, and it ended up in a goal. And so that's just something to work on. We'll talk about retreating saves later on after we watch this replay. We might not watch the whole replay. We'll watch enough to get a general sense of what you need to be working on. All right, so let's begin our first offensive play. I think here you're a little bit too far behind your teammate. And I think like the mentality is it's like, oh, but if they clear it over them, you want to be back far enough to be able to defend the goal, right? What you need to be doing as you move higher in the ranks is being closer to your teammate there, but moving supersonic, and so not pushing up the field slowly, directly upfield, but sort of keeping your speed, staying fast or supersonic even. But sort of moving diagonally laterally up the field so that you're really ready to either come in to make a quick play on offense or turn quickly back on defense because you're already going fast. But if you're just like pushing up really slowly, like sort of like what's happening here, you're not quick enough to be able to even make a play on a ball that realistically could have been yours if you were going faster overall. All right. Here you go for the aerial. I think you probably realized, I mean, obviously you missed it, but I think even if you had hit that aerial, sorry, just getting a text here. Let's see if it's important. All right. Even if you'd hit that aerial, like would it have, like you see your teammate boom one of them, demo one of them. So there's no real danger here if you'd just not gone for that aerial at all. And if you had hit the aerial, would it have been beneficial? Probably not. It wouldn't have done anything. You would have just used a little boost. So yeah, actually, so what's to take away from that? Like, what's a general strategy? Like in 2v2, don't go up for aerials much. Like unless you are confident that you're going to get a goal from the aerial, or at least beat another opponent, like put at least one of the opponents out of the play by going up for an aerial. Just don't go up for aerials. It's a tricky. Obviously, like every rule is made to be broken, but like in 2v2, just in general, you want to be going up for way fewer aerials than in 3v3 because if you miss the aerial or it ends up being a bad touch, suddenly you're super out of the play with no boost because you've gone up for an aerial and your teammate is potentially in a 2v1 situation. So ultimately, like really in 2v2, just you've got to decide, is it really worth going up for this aerial? Well, what am I doing with this aerial? Is it worth going up for it? Alright, so we're going to, nice patience there, going for a more controlled hit, to try and get around that guy. Didn't end up in a goal though, but we're hitting back nice and fast. Alright. Alright. See, oh, R6 Fighter managed to get the boost, but that was a bad play by the opponents, you know, going out for that aerial, using all the boost. If he hadn't managed to get that boost there, he might have been a lot more screwed. And here is another situation where you're pushing up super slowly, just like towards the ball, and meaning that even when you get a really juicy hit that you could go for, aerial of course, you're just not going fast enough to be able to reach it quick enough. Either going fast enough or your reactions aren't quick enough. You could have easily beaten him, but ultimately we were too slow. And the speed of the play, that's what separates your plats from your diamonds from your champs. That speed of play. Alright. I think there was a bit of a panic hit there. I think like your guy's dead. It's you can see neither of these guys are going to have the next hit on the ball, right? You've got the time to hit it in any way you want. Now, of course, your teammate's dead, so passing it out middle doesn't do anything. Rolling it up around the wall doesn't do anything much, at least yet, until your teammate can get back into it. And so, what's the play here? Well, like, so just hitting it forwards around the wall doesn't really do anything. But you want to try and make things difficult for your opponents. Try to make them use boost. So, I mean, obviously, look, I don't know what kind of ball control you have, but something that like puts that can put the ball high, like chipping it up, cutting into it and popping it up, or just anything that isn't just hitting it around the wall. And that's what we're going to be trying for. Like to really break into diamond and then champion for me and my mates. It was about doing some. When we're on offense, always trying to do something that wasn't just rolling it around the wall, because that just stops working. Anyway, I won't harp on that. We get a fairly lucky 50-50 there, because he could have put he had the ball first. He could have put it around you, but he hit it into you. All right. Oh. Okay. So we need some boost. Okay. Here we've given the opponents quite a lot of time. If you had some really skilled opponents, this could be a straight up goal. Fortunately, he ends up pushing it well past the net, so it works out. All right. Yeah, here's one of those. Here's a situation where Damar 19, whatever, your teammate, he's probably low boost, and so your job here is to waste enough time, because you can see here both opponents are pushing up now towards your goal, and so it's essentially a sort of a 2v1 until your teammate can reset up himself, and so your job here is not to go in for a challenge, like realistically. This is the perfect opportunity to fake challenge. So to sort of push up, make your opponent make some sort of move on the ball, but then like you turn around immediately and be able to catch that, because your opponent pops it up. Don't go for this ball because your opponent's still closer to the ball. You push in maybe another half meter and then you turn around and be able to catch his next hit, because he's going to panic when he sees you coming in. He ends up getting it past you, and it puts your teammate, who's still low boost, you can see him flipping towards it, in an awkward position there. So yeah, fake challenges are really, really useful as we get into like the diamond and higher ranks. You know, sort of if you it's good for making them make poorer hits than they wanted to, and wasting time, because as the last person back, you don't want to be diving in for a challenge, because if you lose it, then suddenly it's a goal for the other team. That was an interesting kick-off. I'm not sure I'm a fan of it, but it kind of went. Alright, this is your ball. This could be a goal. And it was a goal. Nice. Alright, let's get forward 5 seconds. Alright, so we cheated up here, and we get position of the ball. We did just throw it towards the opponents without any boost. So a little bit more could have been done with that. Yeah, let's go back and let's take a look. Well, like, what should you do? This happens to me all the time. So it's like, okay, so we use most of our. Oh, sorry. Oh god, I should have paused it and said. So we use a lot of boost to try and even get to this ball here. If you're just gone, I mean, look, cheating up's great sometimes. If you're just gone for the boost and kickoff, you would have been able to make a better play here, really make it awkward for them. But you've used all your boost basically to even get to this ball. So what do you do with this now? Rather than just like booping it off the wall, which is not the worst player, particularly if your teammate can reach that. Rather than just booping it off the wall, just slow down and try to like stay behind the ball. Because whenever you're on low boost, just staying about as close to the ball as possible is good to force 50-50s, that kind of thing. All right, should be an easy save. Oh, kind of the worst kind of save, right? The worst kind of save is the one that goes middle and low because it's like easy shot for the opponents. I think you probably realise that a split second after doing the save, that we should be putting it towards our corners if possible. Yeah, so that's an obvious one. Whew. Yeah, this was a bit dicey because I would prefer, obviously, if your teammate was not following that ball into that corner, because he should be coming back around back post to let you come out. But even, so when I see my teammate in the corner like that, even if it looks like it's my ball and it might be my ball, I just don't go for it, because if for whatever reason things go wrong, then suddenly me and my buddy are both in the corner, unable to really do anything. And so let's see what happens. And it ends up going to the opponents, and they score a goal. Right, so I guess quick like positioning rule for doubles: don't both go into the same corner together. I mean, yeah, like there's an exception to every rule, but that's a really good one. Like this is relevant for offense and for defense, because on offense, if you both go into their corner and they get it past you, obviously you're screwed. But not only that, even if it's not a case of that, if you both go into their corner on offense, any ball that you hit is going to be a pass to no one, because you're both in the corner, right? And you can't score from the corner realistically. And obviously we just talked about on defense, you know, it's just bad, and it can be really tempting. You see your teammate derping it in your corner on defense, and you're like, oh, I can come out and get that ball. But even if you think you have a great hit, I still don't recommend it. Stay patient. Try to position yourself well to meet anything that comes at the goal or center. So yeah, that's just something to think about. Right. Oh, yep, nice one. Putting it around him there. All right, this could be a goal. Ah, I love it. All right, nice one. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of that hit, like in general. If so the opponents were being very passive there, and I mean maybe you noticed that, but usually there'll be someone ready to get that before you can make that second hit. Bouncing it off the sidewall is a good play in some situations, but you've got to be really cognizant of, is me or my team going to be the next person to hit it? And usually that answer is no, unless you're... Oh, okay, so we're a bit of a double commit there, but you didn't see your teammate. Oh, I don't think we should be going for this. Okay, and he missed as well. He probably got beamed by you there, going for it. You know, just in general. Oh, are they going to score? Yes. Yeah, just... I won't go back and watch that, but as we were saying before, don't go up for aerials and 2v2s generally, unless you're confident you're going to put one of them out of the play, one of the opponents out of the play, or score a goal. I mean, yeah, go like I don't like making sort of hard rules like that, but it's sort of just like, you know, it's about, oh goodness, yeah. See here, like even though, oh yeah, I mean like look, right. What's your teammate's name? Dave, fuck, this video resolution, whatever. Your teammate in the Esper should be rotating out of this. He shouldn't be turning on that. But maybe he got the boost and he wants to make another play. But right this moment here is when you'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you sort of realize there as well, and you're like, oh, well, he wants it. But again, don't go into the same corner as your mate. But oh, well, I do like the platinum boost though. It's a nice looking boost. All right, so let's do a wee recap here. Pop into the old Rocket League. Oh. These load times, I'm sure, will make you very jealous of PC players. Right, so what were the key ones? Key positioning things that we talked about were not going up for aerials typically in 2v2 unless you you need to make a save or to get it past an opponent or to directly score a goal. The sort of aerials not to go for are like aerial. Look, I still don't want to make these hard rules, but try not to sort of go super all in on aerial pass. Like if it's up their backboard or whatever, and then you're going all in on going up here to try and pass it out. That's usually not going to result in a goal in 2v2. It's generally worth sort of trying to go for that sort of stuff in 3v3. Because you have that extra man back, but in 2v2 putting one person out of the play often results in sadness because you get scored on. The other positioning thing was we talked about it in length. I won't go on about it, but that was going into the same corner as your teammate. Now in terms of techniques, so mechanics, what should you be focusing on? I would say oh yes, that's right. Let's go into retreating saves, so you can take down that training code if you like. So 40 saves. They get different as they go on. But it's all about saving from the sort of position that we were in when that first goal was scored against you in that game. Let's do one more. This is the sort of thing. But there's a whole variety of them in this pack. Anyway, so that's good. So let's focus on one more thing. What should it be? I think there was one thing we saw. Let's go back into free play. When it's when it's coming around your corner, and you're on defense, it's coming around your corner, rather than just sort of banging it out, because they'll be ready for that. When it's coming around your corner, try to make more controlled touches. So it's coming around your corner, and rather than just banging it out, maybe consider, dribbling it out, that kind of thing. Or, trying to, let's try and, again here. It didn't work out very well. But yeah, trying to make more controlled first touches on the ball in general, rather than just sort of hitting it whenever you see. God, my mechanics today. Rather than just banging it whenever you see the ball, trying to make a first controlled touch like this, and then make a play on the ball. It's gonna potentially result in getting out of defense a lot easier for you. Anyway, hopefully that's useful. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.